Today we are talking about the top 5 things, that was like 10 up, but just 5, that I wish that I knew when I started lettering, and I'm sure that some of these are going to be very important for you to know as well. My name is Amanda Arneill, and I teach hand lettering and art here on YouTube and also with full online courses on my own website, amandaarneill.com. Now, the very first thing that I wish that I knew when I started lettering was not to buy all the pens. Don't buy all the pens. The pens are not actually what is going to make you great at lettering, and now I have so many pens. Half of them are no good. Make sure that you buy the perfect, I gotta put these down. Make sure that you buy a pen that will actually help you on your lettering journey. And that typically to start is a small size brush pen, like the Tombow Feud hard nib pen, WSBH 150, or even their soft nib version, the Pentel Sign pen with a brush tip, or the Zebra Funwari Feud color pens. These ones come in a few different colors, as do the Pentel Sign pens, and now so do the Tombow Feuds, but for these ones I still like the black the best. Until you know you love lettering, don't go out and buy all the markers, half of which you're gonna find out are not so good anyways. And if you have a certain pen that you're interested in, there's a good chance I've done a review on it. Make sure that you check the What's That Pen Review series so that you can see if I've reviewed the pen for how well it works for lettering. Also, for how well it works for you in your lettering journey, because at different times in your lettering journey, you're going to want to use different pens and be able to use different pens. The second thing I wish I knew is not to expect too much. I thought because I got the perfect pen that I would be perfect. I sat down with my mom and I said, look what this can make me do. And then I made a mess on the paper. So you do need to learn the basics. They're so important. Not just the basic strokes, but also how to put together letters and then how to put together words. All of those are parts of the basic before you can move on to putting together multiple words into a composition. So yes, there is a bit of a ladder to climb, but taking the time to learn the basics will give you such a strong foundation. You'll be able to create all of those beautiful things that you see in your mind that you want to be able to come out on the paper. The entire course of Let's Start Lettering takes you through from no knowledge to being able to put words and multiple words together. So if you want to check that out, you can click on the link down below. There have been thousands of students who have gone through that course and are now loving their lettering journey. Number 3 thing that I wish that I knew is that you are not going to be awesome right away. But that's okay, because the journey is part of the fun of lettering. It is going to take time to practice, and that practice, again, is going to build your foundation, and it will be so important for when you start to share your work, which is tip number 4. It's to have confidence in your work. No matter where you are in your lettering journey, make sure that you're sharing, because sharing and building a community of other people who are lettering and who are encouraging you in your creative pursuit is so important. That's a big part of what's going to keep you going and what's going to keep you inspired. So share, get into the lettering community and start to engage with the people there. I promise you, everyone is super nice. We're always excited to see a fresh lettering face. And number 5, thing that I wish I knew is that those perfect pieces that you see on Instagram did not start off that way. There's always a past to every piece. What I mean by that is that a piece that you see that is Instagram ready always has a whole bunch of work that's gone into it. So don't expect your work to always be beautiful the very first time you write it down. It takes a lot of refinement, and that's why I own so much tracing paper. If you don't have tracing paper yet, tip number 5B is to get tracing paper, because that way you can do your work over and over again and refine it and make it better until you are comfortable with a piece that you feel like sharing with that lovely community, because you've put in the time to practice after you've learned the foundations and you haven't wasted all your money on pens. Those 5 things will help to make your lettering journey not only more successful, but more joy-filled. And what's the point of doing it if it doesn't bring you joy? So make sure that you connect with creatives, pay attention to your practice and foundation, and love the journey of lettering.